go beyond the 3:30 we normally get the press conference for. So like I said, I want for advice, say let we switch the phone off because we will start straight away because already we done late. Welcome to a special edition press conference where we can talk about general updates on the security situation following the event of Sunday, 26 November 2023. On the high table, the panelists they will get, we get the Inspector General of Police, William Fayaselu. We also get the Chief of Defense Staff, Lieutenant General Patike Lavaun, and then we get Colonel Sheikh Suleiman Masakoy, we are the Acting Director General, Sierra Leone Correctional Service. But as usual, we go on briefly on updates across government for make we know what not happened for the past 1 week. First, on 27 November, His Excellency the President, Dr. Julius Presidentbio, yesterday welcomed a delegation we composed of representatives from ECOWAS and the Federal Republic of Nigeria, we visit the President following the significant security breach we occurred at Salone, and the delegation we can include the Nigeria's National Security Advisor, Malam Nuhu Rabidu, the Nigeria's Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, the Nigerian Chief of Defense Military Intelligence, Major General Emmanuel Udiandeni, and the President of ECOWAS Commission, Dr. Umar Ali Utue, will meet the President for express solidarity in the wake of the incident on Sunday. We also know say following the Sunday incident as well, police then be released them public notice where they announce full-scale investigation for ascertain the facts and the motive really behind the incident which happened Sunday, and I make we get the IGP now for giving updates on that day and few other things them as well. On the 26th November, yes, 26th November, we also like for welcome the ONS coordinator, when Mr. Avaya Makoka will also do between as well, because we know that it's a serious national important matter. So we get people every day before by the security situation for can give you the full updates and answer all of the questions the way you want for ask. On the 26th November, the Commonwealth Secretary General, the Right Honourable Patricia Scotland KC, also issued press statement on Sunday where it offer Commonwealth the continuous and full support to His Excellency President Julius Presidentbio, and say Commonwealth will continue to facilitate the dialogue na Salone way then be help we start in August. And the Commonwealth General also concerned about the individual way them enter and work into the military armory in our force. He say he will join ECOWAS and other regional body for me them condemn these acts of violence. Also, the ECOWAS be make a press release on Sunday. We condemn what happened. We then describe say individuals then try they attempt for acquire arms and disturb the peace and constitutional order in Sierra Leone. And we also know say on the 24th November, the President in incapacity as the coordinator for AU Committee of 10 Heads of State and Government also conclude a consultative summit na Equatorial Guinea, Usai then really go look at what the citizens don't do for the past 18 years and how they go to canvass more support for the common African position. Also on the 22nd of November, the President self-launched which is called New Map, with a network of women ministers and parliamentarians in Sierra Leone we don't establish or make them put together strong body we go work among women ministers them and women parliamentarians them. Also, we know say the government also the president launched the cross-party committee on the review of the silos electoral system and electoral management body. We get tripartite chair of the development partners them, the government and the All People's Congress. And we go end up for say, the Ministry of Transport and Aviation also don't say they don't receive 50 new bus them for support the urban mobility reforms and formalizing public transport operations. Them bus they are of high quality. So I go end and so far for pass the mic to the host, when the Minister of Information, while no say all man can for listen to. And obviously, we don't say we see the SD ourselves, we don't work plenty in this country when a Peter K. Lava. So I will end and so far and then hand over to the Minister.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Deputy Minister. Assalamu alaikum. For start for tell family and hosplet, thank you for we they not cooperate with the security forces and with the information we don't provide to them throughout. I also want to tell thank you again to the media partners that we carry live all across this country and also the international media house there as well. We don't carry the information as we continue for deal with the situation as a law. I want to start first by in a slightly personal capacity for express condolence to the Sierra Leone Association of Journalists on the loss of my good friend Stephen Douglas. Stephen has been a frequent person at this press conference. He don't come maybe deal with me for a long time, and I understand say on that day, on Sunday, November 26, he been lost in life following a heart attack around the Congo Coast police station. I don't receive correspondence from the Sierra Leone Association of Journalists. I'll tell you say at a personal level, it's something I take very seriously, and I work with the security forces them for make sure say whatever needs to be done for give Stephen the respect we deserve, we good one. Number two, earlier today, an incident may happen around the Moriton barracks vicinity. I already did a radio for announce this. The ministry don't put out a statement on this issue. This incident relates to intelligence information we the state security forces then get about one of the renegades them we in the try for capture following the November 26 upheaval. When they try for approach this particular person, the person shoots at the security forces, and the security forces them they return fire and then succeed for disarm this person, and I can confirm now to una say they arrest this person and he now with the security forces then they help with investigations. Nobody not be wounded or injured or die in this operation, and that operation they been done end earlier today. This is not particularly for people over there also they follow and no say calm, don't be restored in that neighborhood. In fact, me before I go on radio, I go back now my return. I actually go there and go see say the operation be not done and we don't arrest this person, and we ask people for go about the normal business. As His Excellency been saying, the operations for fame, arrest and bring them people away be responsible for November 26. The operation then they will continue, and we're first-hand about the details of the operation. I want to start with another thing we're interested in. The state security and intelligence forces don't determine now say the November 26 incidents now be a failed attempted coup. Now be a failed attempted coup. They don't determine say the threshold where they look at all the details where they get now as the investigation they continue. That in fact the intention of them people here now before illegally subvert and overthrow the democratically elected government of this country. We can also report, say, of course, as I don't say, they fail, and that plenty of the leaders then currently either they in police custody or then they on the run, and they try for continue for capture them and bring them to the full force of the laws of Salome. We get plenty of other information, including there's a list on social media, the wanted list of some names and photos. I will also mention to Una say some of the information that Una gets incorrect, and we will put out the full and correct information after this press conference. There are some names on that list we're not supposed to be today, and I will apologize to anybody who is named in that list. They were not supposed to be today, because obviously we know say this will lead to unfortunate situations and for the individuals here. The Ministry of Information, and we could assure and ask people, would they try for present quick, factual information to the people. So if you see any information other side, if you're not there through it, when police want to put out statements, they send them first to. If you're not there, we page them, not what's that information there. When the military want to do that, and all the other sides. So throughout this episode and going forward, we get message coordination. Now they hand over to the Inspector General of Police for make Igiwi some updates on a number of the persistent questions that we had already received over the past 2 days. IG, I want to talk about the general security situation, information on the numbers of people who have died on November 26, injured, who that we get in custody, and looking at the general situation now in the country. I'll get additional information we will continue to provide. After the IG, I'll go to the CDS and then we'll end with the correctional facility. IG.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Like you rightly say, we investigate an attempted coup. We failed. In the early hours of the 26th of November 2013, a group of people tried for use some illegal and overt attempt means for unseat and incumbent leadership by using force. By so doing, then broke into armory at the Wilber Force Barracks. They attack positions like concrete, and then of course, then end up for break the maximum security center. And in the process of repelling those efforts or those assailants, there were gun battles in several places in this city, not limited to Congo Cross, the Pademaro prisons, Wilber Force Barracks, Coverage Axis, and Olgu Bridge, where we had battles in the late afternoon for actually cut off the retreating assailants. As it is now, like the minister said this morning, they do a mopping up operation across the city, particularly that the force will focus, although they extend such mopping beyond. With a bump into one or two people, some people were arrested peacefully, like this one we talk about just now, in open fire at the patrol, so we had to respond. But fortunately, he was not injured. He has been taken into our custody. For now, I really want to assure the public the security situation, the forces are in control. We continue to do our normal operations to enhance the security, the fear of insecurity within the populace. So take it from me that for now, things are under control. Wise, we continue with the investigations. The investigations are going to be protracted, but we've started and we are on it. So for now, I want to assure everybody the security is under control, and we continue to pursue those who came to unseat legitimate authority by the use of force. So for now, thank you.
All right, thank you, Inspector General of Police, Fire Selu. Make provide some information we don't collect from the state security forces, and very soon we will obviously count on as well for questions. So on November 26th, that's Sunday, the information we'll get now on the number of people that will be lost their life. This is a question we would only get. We now know, and General, you go confirm this as well, that about, well, now 14 RSLAF forces officers they lost their life. 14 RSLAF, 1 police officer, 1 correctional officer, and among the assailants them, we can confirm, say, 3 of them as well they lost their life among the assailants them. Among non-agency, we apparently be lost in life. We still investigate as to the connection, but this is not information we will get, so we'll be able to convey. And as well as 1 female, we will not able yet to ascertain whether this was directly related to the situation or not. In terms of arrest, currently, 13 military officials, they're in custody, 13, and 1 civilian. 13 military officers and they're in custody, and 1 civilian. General, your turn.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. Well, as the IG say, on the early hours of 26th, Sunday morning, there was an attack on the arms and ammunition store, which you know very part of the armory in the Force Barracks. Unfortunately, around 2-3, so the place was quite dark, so the crossfire be sustained a bit because it was difficult to maneuver really. But eventually, with combined forces and effort, we'll be able to repel the guy that way actually broke into the arms store. I could recall one of the assailants was killed there. After that, the attempt for attack the Joint Logistics Unit, Namoritan, who we call JLU. Also, they repaired, in fact, and because of that, we able to kill one of the, well, at that time, it was shot, but later he died of the wounds, from the wounds. Notorious leather boots. They were arrested him. With 2 other soldiers, where they hiding. They don't can't hide inside the facility. Some escaped, and one of the escapee, 9 Minister just referred to just now. This afternoon at the pass, I get a call from an oppressing, and that's good also. To me, that's patriotism and nationalism. That person called me, I don't Sabia, but the information we give me, intelligence, I did not sit on it. We straight away go there and search, and indeed, we able to arrest the person, but inside this integrity with the other. So at the moment, we hand over to police custody. But as it is, we are still mopping up. Yesterday, we tried to conduct what we call hot pursuit, which is the assailant there. We've been in Orugu general area of the hills, Allentown. We are able to recover 2 vehicles. We contain arms, thereabouts, AK-47 rifles. So we are still on the pursuit. We still conduct operations in the general area beyond Freetown, now going to Koya and the rest, because we believe say they're on the run. They try to use the bush for escape. So we said they try whatever little way or see how we could be able to track them. So we'll still continue to encourage peaceful citizens to remain calm and continue to provide any valuable information which will lead to any arrest. I mean, if we do that to be in the interest of all of us, because I'm sure all of us at this room and outside this room want for them peace. So that's all I have for now. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, the Chief of Defense Staff, General Lavon. Let me ask Colonel, right? Yes. Colonel Massakoy. One of the details of this incident, now they call a failed coup, now the attack on the detention facilities. I will let you provide a quick update on number of detainees them way they've been released, or that they don't come back, and what's the general situation right now. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Well, on the 26th, we get an attack on the center, and they be able for breach security into the center, and all the inmates then begin for go unless few will be left free. And as at the moment, some they don't begin hand themselves in, and the number, we get two centers. We get one main Panema Road, then we get the one special court. The special courts will get inmates a day, now the female inmates themselves free. So Panema Road on that day will be get 1,919 inmates there. Then of course the special court, the female there, then be the 100. Then the male reintegration, then be the 194. So total of inmates now 2,213 inmates. As at the moment, there will also be safe custody people there. Then we soldiers there will be involved in that alleged coup plot. Then be the day. So then there will be 14 of them. But as at the moment, for Panema Road, we don't get about 144. We don't return, including LAJ. Yesterday in Lawyer go, they go hand over, so in our center now. Then the female then, 16 of them don't return. Of course, the male integration, they say 16 don't return. Then at the moment, the one that will involve Pandaku before this time, 2 of them don't return also at the facility. They hand themselves in, so they don't return at the facility. So that's the current situation, and we will work with SLP and UNICEF for let us get the other inmates back into the center. So that is all I have for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Colonel. As usual, we normally can ask people for send questions in advance, and as you can imagine, this is not the most popular episode. We get plenty questions online, and I ask some of them questions now to the panelists there, give them a chance to respond quickly, and then I come over to the audience. I'll ask some of them, I'll go through them broadly, and then I'll give you a chance for just comments. And please, if you didn't have, I don't ask you a question already in another citizen, another Sierra Leone, don't ask the question, so you don't need to ask again. Yeah? 1. Any plan to relocate Spademba Road prison? Can the police clarify whether the statements individuals attempted to break, was it an attempt or did it break? Also when signing, all right. If planning for review intelligence gathering processes and whether this is a failure of intelligence, whether a dedicated IS unit is required for this. Somebody say whether heads goal for this? I guess then a question for the big boss himself. Somebody say, why we Arsenal depot easily overrun by intruders? How the correctional center then gets opened and led to the escape of inmates? Somebody say, why always governments? How the military they plan for secure we arm with them going forward? Somebody say, if people like say we government careless, but what would they do for make sure say this not happen again? Somebody ask what to make know they use drones for help locate the bad guys then, and how they monitor the investigation process. Somebody say whether we get any was there? Okay, if we get intense security in the male and female correctional center, and if so, why was it so easily? Anyway, similar question not be asked already. Same similar question. If the security sector don't learn anything from yesterday's incidents, somebody want to know how the breaking actually happened and what in the CDS they do for prevent recurrence. Somebody said the coffee not be include closure of the borders, which we don't put in place for prevent the one that we don't do this for letting no one go anywhere in country. I don't get this question as well from international media. Somebody said let presidentbio stop diplomacy without the security and intelligence men and women. But I guess it say okay, say if presidentbio no go with the out. So I guess that's a question. And then an important question, what are the possibility CDS and IG of another attack by this particular group of insurgents, since apparently a good number of them still they are large, and apparently them been take some weapon them. Okay, somebody asked why would they avoid for say a coup? Obviously we know they avoid, we make sure say we're careful, we don't reach the decision now say in fact it meets the threshold for a coup, and we don't already make that question. So that question you don't answer itself. Somebody be asked about death, I don't answer. Somebody they ask under which circumstance, actually somebody asked this question, we the former president's security guard being killed. So CDS they ask you and the IGP, I go hope so I go answer that question there as well. Okay, somebody they ask whether we get data or media of the people that will be there. Again, I encourage the people that we do online for use the platform they will get for ask question. We get a number 8876 where you can send the question. We do the best for answer all the question that they. IGP they can force to you because I feel say plenty of them question in you, sir.
Yes, the first question I want to talk about the plans for relocate. Yes, there are plans to relocate. And those plans are ongoing. We'll get the next site, we'll go for relocate. But we'll find a way for dispose of this property and then for the process of that plan, we'll use to relocate that one. But we have a site already in mind, and we have some structures on that site already. We only need to improve on what they do. Then the question of attempt to break into the armory. Yes, the armory was broken into. It was broken into. And the investigations are ongoing into that one. And then of course, there is the question about the police at Calbaton, why they give up the weapons so easily. Calbaton not to we need to keep large stock, not just few assault rifles where people where they do duty day on a daily basis can carry. We are conscious of the fact that we don't get a very strong like big armory, we just get small. They abandoned those arms which they took from the Calbaton police post inside them 2 people a day. So it fall under that category of the one that who don't recover. On the question of the use of drones, we get drones. Sierra Police, we get 10 drones who don't distribute across the country. And each of them drone they get the capacity for stay in the air for 3 hours. But looking at the time way the whole thing starts was like Sunday morning, so it was not very easy to get our people to come out. So some people couldn't even come to the workplace, so it's been difficult, small for use them through the day. But in the afternoon, when we were able to repel them, we come out, and as we talk, so the drones are actively involved in our efforts to locate the rest of the renegades and to bring them to justice. Then, of course, on monitoring the investigations, there is no sacred cow. We are going to come here regularly at the request of the Minister of Information and Civic Education for the whole council. Whatever we come up with, this now, what we do now, what we don't gather for the past few days from Sunday, Monday, and today, as I talk, something is going on, and anytime the minister summon me particularly as head of police for can brief on the ongoing investigation, will come for can brief so that we don't have too many false rumors circulating on social media. Actually, we are ready to do that at all times. Then, of course, the data on the escapees, it is large, of course. We not only focus on those who are already in our custody. We are looking at those who actually, the assailants who came. Make will also say during this term they try for repel them, some of our officers they were held captive by these assailants, and most of them escaped from their custody, and they saw the guys. Some of these and serving. That is why we don't widen the net. We look around several issues. As the minister talked, we don't begin to generate this information on those who were seen on that day and those who were identified by our boys who were captured on the inner side, on the other side, and on the police side. So with the generator, this is what the minister said, it's not all exhaustive. We'll continue to look at names coming up, people coming up. Just before we go, so a couple of names come up. So we are going to capture that data, and we are going to also put out wanted notice for them and include them in the manhunt we will do together. On the issue of utility, yes, utility was seen, and he is one of those on the run. But we are going to continue our pursuit until we get to the last man.
Yeah, thank you very much. The arm store, of course, it was broken into. We have every unit in the Sierra Armed Forces battalion gets a commander. So that's was a command responsibility. So as at the moment, in fact, the commander is arrested and being investigated. So that's all. But the fact of the matter is, it was broken into. So if you get the sole responsibility for make sure that armory they under tight security. For the border closure, really that's it's a decision of government. So I'm not going to say much, but the government will say border for close or not for close, not to me go say border close. So not much of that. On the guards. Or the guard that former president in place, I know most of the and others, a lot of fighting took place really at that time. And the particular guy who died was spotted. So I was told later he was shot and chased at a point now I go for running to. So, but the fact of the matter is the investigation is still continuing because we don't see the press release for the former president. We are investigating the matter really, so at the end of the day we come to a logical conclusion. So far so good. That's what I have. Thank you.
Yeah, I heard somebody say we open and let inmates go. That did not happen. We are professional soldiers and correctional officers. That did not happen. If you want, you can go to the main correctional center. I think Mr. Omar Fofana, the Gode, AC. So that is it. That is what happened.
I want for take this opportunity now for make one more thing clear for especially people that already follow house. Things are calm across Freetown. People learn free for go about the number. We don't isolate most of them and then they in hiding and then they on the road. Our family no say His Excellency the President, retired Brigadier Julius Madabio, they in full and complete control. The state security forces they in full and complete control. You begin and can go school, you do your business, go about your normal business. We indeed get curfew where they continue. Tonight at 9 p.m. if you dinner house and stay in a house for allow the security officials for let them continue their work what they do for fend them people here, some of them in this list who they can read out. For fend them, for arrest them in accordance with the law of Salon. But presidentbio in commitment, in determination of the security forces, and for let life continue for go about as normal as possible. Me, who is lawyer, myself na parent, I go more return to the law arrest already and the day safely in the custody of the security officials. I go through the wanted list very quickly and then we go open up for questions from Unaridea. The Salon Police will look for the following people. And I already know say Salon Police press release we issued yesterday don't put a ransom of 50,000 million. Some people have put on, then some man made a comment. They are not serious. We get a new currency in our salon. 50,000 million. In fact, we don't come back to that new currency in subsequent press conference because people must still know say by the end of December, you know they use all loans again for do business. But you know lost your money like do civic education one time. Since we get all my attention today, last day of December and the last day that they for use the all loans for do business. After that, you can go to a bank, you go change, they give then give new loan for a old loan up until the end of March. After that, pass you go na central bank. But nobody not get for lost money, so no need to panic. Anyway, back to this. 50,000 for any information on the assailants. 10,000 for any information on the one way they been pulled come on a prison we not come back yet. We want to take this opportunity for thank you to the prisoner that we don't show good civic citizenship. We say we not to part of this, including the brother LJ and the lawyer Emmanuel Safar Abdullahi. We go back and show the example, say they are one cause kuskas, they don't mix for them. Then they go back and serve the sentence. Now only two ways a prisoner they free in a salon. A, when you serve your sentence, you complete them, you done, you come out. B, when it pleases His Excellency the President for pardon you. Any other way na illegal activity. So you finally people know that there as well. So if you're out there, you know one of the people that way them in free, just know say that freedom day. Now any day where you do out, na additional crime you commit. And instead it can add by the number of years where you go spend in prison. Wanted. Mohamed Touye, Elias Yete, Sheka Idris Sadumbuya. We will put out a picture there as well. After this, at the end of this press conference, we will put out the accurate and complete list. So man will get them. Molai by Shebura Kamara, Major Patrick Abu Odende Sise, Sergeant Sayo Kamara, Major John Thomas Bangura, Matthew Sori Kamara, Almami Usman Kamara, Almami Usman RSLAF, Ibrahim Saidu Kamara, also RSLAF, Davis Dauda Sise, Salon Police, Mustafa Abdul Rahim Kamara is a Major RSLAF, Milton Sam Bangura, retired captain, RSLAF. Sako Kamara, Zainab Amara Suu, lieutenant, right?
Yeah.
John Conte, captain, RSLAF. Musa Fofana, major, RSLAF. Mohamed Conte, couple, RSLAF. Mohamed Ali Toli, couple, RSLAF. Mohamed Issa Kuruma, major, RSLAF. Alfred Karo Kamara, Amadou Koita, Ibrahim Wonshingai Mansaye, Abdul Karim Mans, Al Hassan Kamara, Amadou Conte, Alhaji Hassan Kamara, Alhaji Saidu Fofana, Abdul Aziz Kamara. Ladies and gentlemen of the Fourth Estate, your turn. Una know the rule, not so? You ask one question, and you're not interested today. The people that will give speech, now the one that is lawyer. You now for ask question. Okay? Alright, so we do 5 first and see how we do. I'll start with the woman. Number 1, you. Wait, so we'll do the 5. Number 2, the gentleman I number 3, the lady under. Number 4, the gentleman I am. Number 5, the gentleman at the back. Alright. Microphone for number 1. Yes.
Good afternoon. My name is Mabel Kaba. I work for Liberty Online TV. I actually get 2 questions, but I'm going to make one because of the rules. My question they go for the representative from prisons and also the army.
Hello, my name is Saidoba. I work for AFP News Agency. My question, 1, I would say, we can get any specific names of the ringleaders of this incident when it happened, or for able to identify them. We get a delegation from ECOWAS. Is the government considering ECOWAS deployment for now? Thank you.
David Aspen Solomon from Rising Radio. This will go to the military. On our question, say they're booking to the app.
Well, my name is August Johnson. I report for Heritage newspaper. Well, listen now to the military people them. And my question they go. On that day where this thing happen, this attempt could happen. I want to know why the military not pull a press release on that day immediately when this thing happen.
Okay. Yes.
I just want for us, with all this weather happening, the ONS will recommend for the installation of security cameras in the country, specifically in Afliton.
All right, thank you. So when they come back, this is our first round, okay? The Deputy Minister don't say we will allow extended time today. So first rounds, whether we get CCTV, on the ECOWAS deployment question, say whether we consider ECOWAS deployments, obviously not at this minute. I can answer that into A110. Say we obviously the only thing ECOWAS can for do now for sure say they solidarity and they're able, ready and willing for commit full force and support to the government and people of Salo. But with gallant security officials that already show say the current threats will be then adequate for deal with and they don't deal with them appropriately. So I also want for not forget for pay respects to the life they respects there as well. And then specific details of the weapons and from the army, why military cannot put press release I go help that side. We is the way I talk. The press release will be come from the Ministry of Information. Now been press release for the government of Salo. The military are part of the government of Salo. Yeah? So any release with the common, I know you grab no matter I call, they all tell me waiting for say, President approve, we do. So indeed, the military actually communicates to you multiple times during the day. It's just that you don't see the name paranormal, because in this instance, we talk as one government. We are the government of Salone, we are the Ministry of Information and Civic Education, the official spokesperson for. Okay, sir? All right, so I will answer 2 of the 5 questions. I'll come to you quickly on the CCTV one.
Okay. Well, we get various ways then we monitor with correctional centers then, including technology that we analyze, and for security reasons I'm not going to disclose everything to you. But we get ways and means for the monitor with correctional center. As we go with the investigation, we'll get back to you. Thank you.
All right, so very clearly, indeed, we get multiple ways, and as I say, this is the government, they analyze in detail. I guess there was a question on the armory.
Yeah, on the CCTV. Yeah, fact, we don't get CCTV. But, they know that, I mean, I have to be clear on that. But it's a lesson for us. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, the details? Oh, okay. We get a system really where every day, every week, every month we check with arms and ammo holding across. It's a perfect system. But because this will happen now, I cannot be exactly the figures. So maybe next you will get the exact figures. But we are investigating, because also we want to get internal investigation and know really how many of with arms and ammo hold on us during that time. So next sitting you will now get that information.
Serious, it's 3 days since. How much days?
Yes, it's possible, because we want to be sure. We want to be sure. I don't think I want to give you information when you come back. So I want to be sure. 3 days, and don't forget, we all that issue that we grapple with. So we want to be sure really. But not too long, we'll get that information.
I think what's important now that the military don't be very transparent. There was a breach, now military armory, weapons and mindide, and the assailants and lay hands on the weapon and they. In fact, in the operations and scenes, they don't able to retrieve some of the weapon here. So the question of the specific number and all, because of the detail here I don't point out, it's very difficult for them to go see this specific number. And no one can give, if we watch, we don't be very careful for giving information, we will not show off. We make sure say we are thorough and transparent. We now that see again a demonstration of the leaders of the state security apparatus here for come and talk to me plainly and transparently. So I just want for later issue day to rest. Now, second round of questions. Hands can go. Or whether ONS go recommend within okay.
Yes, somebody asked, but for now, if we can pinpoint ringleaders, I want to say precisely it's much too early. As it is, we get 13 hours left and 1 civilian or custody. Some of the names that we don't generate, now this one tells there are people, some of our boys who are captured, we they see in their operations at the Wilberforce Barracks, at the Padema Road Prison, at Moritown, and at the Old Bridge. So for this one, that's why we factor them, and there are more names to follow. But what it assure of, when once we embark on the full-scale statement taking, we don't visit scenes where most trained they will gather the evidence. We'll get on to the ringleaders. Most times in these cases, ringleaders tend to go very for tactical before. He sits in the background and is manipulating the operatives on the ground. So we'll get there. Rest assured, we'll get there.
All right, so next round. Omar will be number 1. The gentleman will stay on at the number 2. The gentleman will stay on at the number 3. This gentleman at the number 4. The lady the number 5. All right, number 1. Microphone to you.
Yeah, thank you very much. I just one for probably ask interconnected questions, so to speak, to the CDS. You can kindly give me an account, as far as I know, of how the breakage into the armory happened. People then come from outside the barracks, or not from within the barracks, or a combination of both. And you talk about attack on Cochrane. How was it in Douglas? We understand, say, and please help us with this. We understand, say, not a heart attack. Apparently, they see blood on your body. And the army, the list of people that will die, it include what they call one local journalist. So could you kindly give us information on the circumstances? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We'll respond. Yes, number 2.
My name is Mahmoud Silla from the Nature newspaper. IG, we know that at night there is a checkpoint everywhere. I want to know how them people manage for pass all the checkpoints, then they go to the Ambrina or first.
Thank you. Number 3.
Alhaji Saidu Kamara, the report for the Global Times newspaper. The question are concerned about this local journalists with this. To be with Mr. Douglas, we died. I want to know the circumstances, how they kill him. Just like how Mr. Omo just said. Then they give you the actual facts, which is actually wrong. Thank you.
All right, number 4, yes.
Well, I mean, Banya from AYV. The question goes to CDS. You mentioned, say, most of this to the former president, and also, approximate the amount of ammunition they wouldn't go with. Are we safe as Sierraleoneans?
They talk like journalists.
Good day. I just want to ask why at that particular time, that morning hours of Sunday, why then take all the lights na Pademba Road area, because now they are the stay. And up till now we don't get lights yet. Like
Hello. That'll be the last one. No. You can't sneak in. Come on. I don't like that. You can't sneak in. We'll go through a fair. We'll get time. We have another 30 minutes. Will they answer any and all questions? This is not an experienced government. Okay, so questions. How it happened, the breakage. Colonel Samai, the circumstances surrounding his death. Umo, I wonder also you list come I will ask you that because the list the way the ability don't provide to me not ever include a local journalist. He give you the list, he said include
on the phone, he said local journalist 1.
that was among those that were killed by gunshots.
I call him, I ask him for figures. And then he said, hold on.
Okay, well, in boss now we provide the official list to exactly, and we will clarify that and come back to you. As I don't say, Stephen Douglas, in case that one when me said, he was a personal friend of mine. Many people in the media know that he was a personal friend of mine, so I take that very seriously as well. How they manage for pass the checkpoint them? Somebody asked that. I'll come for the yes, but I just want to go through the question them as I see them, and then again the same circumstances. How and then this brother asked whether we want to link this to the former president, whether we're safe, and then the sister asked about the lights.
Thank you very much. Colonel Samai not died at Cochrane. Not to Cochrane died. Indeed, Cochrane was attacked, but not to. He died in the line of duty, unfortunately, a delaying boss. He was the chief of operations in our company. And the delaying commander, when the commander joined force, Major General Alpha, the commander the other side came to us company and they were ambushed. So in boss right now they're in the hospital. They get fragment perhaps today they will be in operation. So when they fired the blast, Colonel Sama was caught in it, I think the driver also. So to company died. Really.
Whereabouts?
Say again?
Whereabouts?
I think that would be family, right? I don't know the exact, but you know, Moriton Junction way towards Cochrane. Yeah. You know that. Breakage, the arm store. It was actually with the outsiders. Now come attack the people from outside. To say there are people within that also need to be investigated, and that's what we are doing. We have been maybe there are some of complicity, but the fact of the matter is they came from out. So we'll leave it at that. Once we investigate, we'll come back to you to get the clear picture. Whether this failed coup attempt linked to our former president, I cannot say now. There is an ongoing investigation. No one say a link to this person, a link to this person. I cannot sit there and say until we investigate. Anyway, most of the attackers, now former president, but they are both sorry bad. It could be until they are acting on their own, but we are investigating. And when we investigate, the clear picture we'll present it to appropriately. But for say I'm going to say link to former president, I will not say that because I'm not sure yet. So
Yeah, I want to respond to the concerns of Mr. Mo Fufana about the late Steve, now my friend personally, of course. Now, Kelvin showed me to Steve. Steve been able to have office with the chat, with the compare notes in several issues. Now the process has started. Okay, we are going to request for a postmortem examination, and that cause of death is going to give us pointers into what actually happened. So for now, we've started that process. We have informed the consul, Macaulay is in touch with us. He was there yesterday, and now we are written to the chief medical officer always to conduct the PM by tomorrow so that we actually have the scientific cause of death. On the issue of the checkpoint, them say the checkpoint and then at the streets, yes. If you want to checkpoint and this, so most of those who are so with the waka that truly checkpoint will do for us. We are not restricting your movement, say who to put checkpoint now just for like check, as the name implies for check. So and we know we say that because of checkpoint, they will not restrict, say don't work and all. No, I know people, most of you sitting around this room. People they call me 2 o'clock morning, hey IG, I reach now, they say they search the vehicle, and they don't have evidence, I don't have evidence, I say no, search. So the issue of say because checkpoint they people cannot move to wherever they want to move is out of the question. So, like I said, we are investigating everything, and we have key issues we are looking at in the investigation.
Yes, Mark here, still on the Kolebangura. I'm sure, I don't know, it would have been. Yesterday, I see if I knew Agepokana asked for a list. I said, I'll send somebody for go around at the mortuaries for just confirm. So actually, the journalist named me Dede. So I supplied him this list. But then, it does not mean really that it's just that they just give me all the names of the one that we die. So not necessarily killed in the cause of, but I'm sure the colonel now, being overzealous, so he just maybe just pass that information. So.
Alright, so then I request we largely make will be follow up on earlier this morning and ask for me them facilitate that process there. So we look forward to in case the family decide now for do that postmortem there and follow make public the cause of death. We also know say Stephen obviously may get health challenges, and so we it's important for. Alright, so I think unfortunately, this is an electricity question. I apologize. I know the ones I am fully now, but I will check with EDSA. I'm sure say that they want to in the reports they will get. I take your question seriously because this is not a platform for all my asking questions, and I will job for provide an answer to you. one of the challenges that we've been getting that day was that they attack or some of the gunshots then be hit some of the connections. In fact, for SLBC, people they pass with the rumor say SLBC don't attack, they don't say they don't catch. Maybe what are we at the Director General? So the fact of the matter is that we've been get challenged with electricity for keep the station on because lights be intermittent and the engineers are not being they work. So we've been there for work with the security there for let them go pick the engineer and then the house and then come and for restore and make SLBC be on. So again, me appeal to Una William and the Fourth Estate. The instinct for share quick. For be the first person for break news in them time and they sometimes they're not so good instinct. Sometimes they help for make the situation worse. We job low make people their hearts calm down. Make them know say things in the happen, low give them the fact. And that's something we will commit for do. I think we will do another round of questions if we still get questions in the room. The man with the I'm partly colorblind, so well look green to me. So I will go number 2. I will go this man here number 3. I will go with the most dedicated question. No press conference, not doing on the can. And very dedicated, so I will get a chance for ask me number 4. And the lady will be the number 5 for this round. Alright, start. Go ahead.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. Just for clarity to the correction, you make mention of energy, you return that, but then two other people in WC, the first field call. For the sake of clarity, can you please give me the name and then to the man from the ministry. Here people in way don't know return when a science to retire, you can give out all the from them. Now that one we come as allegedly come for gain access to the armory. Who said they couldn't get a uniform in their back? Because it is also a concern. Thank you.
Yes, Hassan, Bishop Macon newspaper. You mentioned now Mountain Barracks, some arrest was made.
Ask the question, but the premise is what I go after. If you want to ask a question, ask her, but not go to me with your atmosphere.
No, I did not come there.
You said we mentioned. Yes. You said you, now you talk to me.
Yes. It was said, yeah?
Yeah. Maybe I will talk to now. No. Okay, cool. Ask your questions.
I want to know the state of Legabuch. Was he arrested or killed?
Okay. Number 4, yes.
Abdulaziz Sabora report for Standard Times newspaper. We all know that presidentbio don't repeal the death penalty. And we know anything relating to coup, if they found guilty according to the constitution of fine or then kill them. So I want to know if they want their widow involved by this attempted coup, they found guilty, the repair will be repair that death penalty. Is it that and therefore facing death by firing squad or the repair for applicable to them?
After the crime we commit in Salon now, okay? The border. The worst thing where the states go do now is for send you go prison for life. Inside Salon, His Excellency the President and the government of Salon don't remove the option for say what you don't do bad, we will kill you. So I will answer that question they want saying. Yes, sir.
My question, Mohammed Kamara, the Watch newspaper and Central newspaper respectively. The second coup since the election which was held on 24th June 2023. The first coup after the mediation talks.
Will you agree with me? Say some labs studying that the military intelligence service looking for inform before the action, rather than after the action. Now they go about to go find the people there, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, they sharp. They sharp.
Today cut and short.
Naina is celebrating this year's conference. Thank you, sir.
And again, I'm Mariam Associate with Imam Network. This question will go for the DG. I want to know how comes the able form break into the prison. You said the place being well secured, and according to an interview, you said the padlock then is still there the people that can go and work. So one for how comes the able break? Go the end during the time where then they come out Nado, if you not get any casualty there.
I deny streets. I deny.
All right. So that now the last question for now. I'll see how the time be and how the answer. They will come back to their one and they. So the question whether we'll give the names of the one they don't return. Where outside the uniform they come out, status of leather boots, I think now the circumstances surrounding the death of leather boots they asked for. We don't answer death penalty, we don't say death penalty not there again as alone. Thank you, all man don't know now because you asked the question, so it was important. The resident celebrity say whether we go admit seeing a lapse in intelligence. I guess we lost any life in the process. And when they report the number of deaths, I mentioned say one correctional officer. So I think that question may kind of answer itself, but maybe we start with you, CDS, on this.
Yeah, access to uniform. Well, apart from this incident, more often than not, you even see people outside the street, they wear combat. You want outside the pull-up also. So it's a challenge for us, and more often we don't arrest the people and CID. So that day, we don't know outside they get the uniform, but uniforms are out there for sale. So it's possible to say maybe they buy somewhere else or their pocket. And don't forget also, as somebody said, these are retired people, most of them, maybe they have connection there and there, but the fact of the matter, people are always having combat, they are for sale. So maybe they get that, really. In the case of leather boots, now one of the guys that really we go attack, we joined logistics unit in Aboriginal. They were housed somewhere. You actually found enforced open fire. So we reacted to that fire, and because of that, he was shot. He was shot on the leg, painfully. Later, he had to succumb. Lapses in the intelligence. Well, it's something we are looking at. Now, lesson for we all. And intelligence does not necessarily mean the security. Maybe you have to pass intelligence information, which we will process. So I encourage you all, if you have information or something useful, always pass it to me. No system not the way insulated, we know the problem. That one, if you say that, then it's be foolhardy. But this is a lesson for me. We try to identify if there are problems, so try to fix them. Yeah. We combine efforts of all of us. Yeah. Names of assailants. I think they don't read some of the names are out.
They ask some the names of people who it's okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. Thank you, sir. Law Counsel IGP. Okay, I think I guess on the lapse in intelligence, the CDS to answer that. So I just want to see quickly before we come to the prisons and the correctional facility chief. that we don't make it clear, say the circumstances of some of these situations are still being investigated. And for example, the one the returning of people we don't come back with in custody, because we look for other people we can't release details and full names right now, because it's not the one they will release who they look for, who they put her out.
I tell you, say there was a breach, and the prison they opened, but they under investigation, and as the investigation they go on, you will know what happened exactly. I know I'm prejudice the investigation. So, and like Mr. Omar Fofana, I go there yesterday, I go show all the way to safe there. So it's like the padlocks the way they talk about. If you go there, I will show you nobody know open padlock. They were damaged. And for the one that we say where they don't return, now 2 don't return, but no one give their name out for security reasons. And for casualty, we only get 1. No inmates, because of the professional who will handle the thing. No inmates. I repeat, no inmates, no die. Thank you very much.
I want to underscore that, because in the conversations with international media houses, they don't even ask this question. Heavily armed people, they come and they open the prisons. If then with security officials here not being professional, you just mentioned 1,000 plus prisoners released. Will you say just think of that? If they been put up the kind of feds, Pademba Road, the number of people away there under. Oh, by now for the talk about bloodbath. Astaghfirullah. What was so? So I know say yes to the accent question here now and all, but let's also take a moment for really appreciate the bravery, the intelligence, and the discretion we security forces then show. We prevent, again, including the lives of the inmates. Because if I don't decide to say, any more inmates who want to come out, they go hide behind them. If you come out, we shoot you. But these are Sierraleoneans too. Not commit any crime, or well, I mean, they did it because of crimes, but not in that particular minute day. So they did that. But yeah, but not to, again, we'll not get that penalty. Nobody not supposed to die because he committed any crime. That's not the law, that's a law. So I think it's important when they ask this question in the frame, they will also keep that in mind. Last and final round, and then we go. So if you miss this round, your question now, pass will left for now. Maybe you already asked, so there's no way I'm going to call you again. You say no that name. The lady will be this gentleman here, number 4. What do you do? Lady number 5, thank you. Alright, last and final round. I apologize for the one that will not get a chance for ask, but I just want to make clear, say, if you get question, use the platform and send them. And it commits for respond to any and all questions that I will do publicly. Go ahead.
Okay. Kadiatu Sanko, reporting for the Times SSL newspaper. Me no question now, waiting at the fate of them prison and the way it's on.
Thank you. Number 2.
Me your name na Ibrahim Isaac Mansare, me na human rights activist. This question will go to Cornell. We don't say we get my Fanta correctional center, so like I want to know the situation now, because the one the way they are, they come, they break, they open, then prisoner they run. So what about the one where they inside the suburb? How is the situation there?
The works, not that this prison side. I get from the system in the station say they use an RPG big not the gate. But the RPG rebounds, then they use motor car pulse and hits the gate. How to that? Then talking about I think Not just the
I therefore cut that question there because the security leaders then don't just get a call and if go into another meeting where they don't late for. So what are they commit to doing? All my word points but we get question. Ask the question and they get the answer and they count and owner. I also already do today a very generous round. We don't go really over time. Alright, so as I say before we go, we get this list what we publish in our ministry in Facebook page. And it will get very clear and it will be the updated one as against the one we share now. I want to tell you now, all plenty thank you again for want to participate in this press conference. Please, family, pay attention to the Ministry of Information and Civic Education to repage them. Now they the two factual information there. And we will continue for updates now on the situation as we go. I tell you now, thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Good afternoon again, everybody. We still the Ministry of Information and Civic Education conference room for the press conference. As today, the Ministry of Information, the weekly press conference, the campaign daily activities, and things the way they happen. And today, general updates on the security situation following the event we happen on Sunday, the 26th November. So we don't get different statements then. We then only don't tell you see using as them they don't return back. And by the people that will be called for the first attempt, they don't return. Two of them don't return back again. So as Totuna, more arrests than day and more they try for the arrest. And the situation today will happen monitor due to somebody will get intelligence say they inside him and we didn't go for a while. So for that, bye bye and tata.